Okay, reading copyright. I'm Morgan.
I'm Skylar.
And I'm Izzy.
Okay, so the definition of copyright is an exclusive legal right given to an originator or an assignee to print, publish, perform, film, or record literacy, artistic, or musical material, and to authorize others to do the same.
Well, copyright laws affect teachers and students. What are the implications and possible consequences? Pieces of work published after 1923 need permission from an author to copy. Types of work that cannot be copyrighted are text, ideas in the public domain, words, names, slogans, and other short phrases. Works created as part of official responsibility. Copyright laws affecting teachers and students. Teachers must follow all copyright laws. Fair use means that they are using the material solely for educational purposes, and it falls under certain criteria. For students, they must follow what their district or school policies are on treating plagiarism. Implications and possible consequences are: as a teacher, you may find it annoying or difficult to follow the copyright laws, but as an educator, it's more important part to follow them. Although there are not going to be people that do daily or even annual checkups to make sure that you're following the copyright laws, it's important that you still follow them. If you do not respect the copyright laws, and you do get caught, it is not a punishment. Some examples of punishments are: you could be fined. These fines could be up to $100,000, or the school district where you're teaching it has certain policies pertaining to copyright materials. You are found broken or violated copyright laws. The school district is not required to provide you legal support. You can avoid these consequences by being educated on what you can and can't do when it comes to using other people's ideas and materials.
Okay, so these are some of the basic laws that teachers need to follow in their classroom. So there's single copying for teachers, which basically means they need to follow this law. They can only make a single copy of certain things. So chapter of a book, article from a newspaper, a short story, or a chart. But then there's also this thing called the cumulative effect, which means the copy of the material is for only one person in the school, and just copies are made. And this follows the same idea that only one short poem, article, story, or essay can be copied from the same author. And then there's other standards that go with this. Below that says copying cannot be used to create or replace a substitute for analogies, complications, or collective works. There should be no copying that can be consumable, which means the students can only use it as worksheets. And copying cannot substitute for books, be directed as a higher authority, be repeated with respect to the same item by the teacher from term to term, and no charge should be made to the student beyond the actual cost of the photocopying.
What is intellectual property and fair use? Intellectual property, which is also known as IP, is the creation of the mind or inventions, literary and artistic works, designs and symbols, names and images used in commerce. IP is protected in law by patents, copyright, or trademarks. This enables people to earn recognition or financial gains from what they have invented or created. Fair use is a copyright principle based on the belief that the public is entitled to freely use portions of copyrighted materials for purposes of commentary and criticism. A fair use is any copy of the copyrighted material done before a limited and transformative purpose, meaning you are transforming it in some way. It's not going to be exactly the same as when you copied it, such as to comment upon, criticize, or make a parody of the copyrighted work. These methods can be used without permission from the copyright owner. What is the fair use exception? The only way to get a definitive answer on whether a particular use is a fair use is to take it to federal court in which judges use 4 factors to resolve fair use disputes: the purpose and character of your work, of your use, the nature of the copyrighted work, the amount and substantiality of the portion taken, and the effect of the use upon the potential market. When claiming fair use, there is no guarantee that your use will qualify as fair. You may believe that your use qualifies, but if the copyright owner does not agree, you may have to take it up in court. Because fair use is such a large gray area, there is never a guarantee that your use will qualify as fair use. Two types of situations are especially likely to cause legal problems. The first is your work causes the owner of the original work to lose money. For example, you borrow portions of a biology text for use in completing a biology textbook, or the copyright owner is offended by your use. For example, you satirize the original work and your satire contains sexually explicit references or other offensive materials. Public domain refers to creative materials that are not protected by intellectual property laws such as copyright, trademark, or patent laws. The public owns these works, not an individual author or artist. Anyone can use the public domain work without obtaining permission, but no one can ever own it. An important hiccup to understand about public domain material is that while each work belongs to the public, collections of public domain works may be protected by copyright. You are free to copy and use individual images, but copying and distributing the complete collection may infringe what is known as the collective works copyright. Collections of public domain material will be protected if the person who created it has used creativity in the choices and organization of public domain materials. There are 4 common ways that works arrive in public domain. The copyright has expired, the copyright owner failed to follow copyright renewal rules, the copyright owner deliberately places it in the public domain known as dedication, and the copyright law does not protect this type of work.
So how to work within the law is be educated on the specific laws that relate to teaching. If unsure about something, always double check about the law to make sure that you're not plagiarizing, and be very creative. If you are not allowed to use a single copy for every student, you could just put it on a smartboard so all the students could take notes themselves, and always provide a source if it's not originally your idea.
How to curb cheating and plagiarism from the term paper sellers. Sorry, I can't see it. Study guides such as spark notes and inaccurate information from websites and wikis. Require students to include the bibliography with their resource and encourage them to use sources that end in edu or gov, and show them online sources that are scholarly, like EBSCO, Online, etc. Don't allow students to use wiki spark notes or paper seller websites as sources, and be aware of the information that's on spark notes. Assess the students on information that is the original text that them with, but not give them those specific websites. And then creating unique questions that are more in depth than ones that are found easily on online study guides and Google search.
Consequences for violating copyright rules and ethics that, like, this is our opinion, what we think, is for elementary students, if they're taught about copying and how to be responsible for the work, they probably shouldn't mess up. Students that are caught copying should redo the assignment and talk to the teacher after school. They shouldn't have to talk to the principal, but just the teacher for now. Then in high school, students who copy during an exam or assignment that's like a big assignment that's worth a lot of points, they should be dropped from the course. And students who copy a small assignment should have to redo it and automatically get half the credit. But in college, it should be much more severe consequences. So the students should have received a 0 on assignment, and the advisor should be notified to the student. And then there should be like a strike system with 1 strike on the record or 2 strikes if you do it again. Preventing copyright violations is, in the beginning of the year, teachers should clearly state the expectations and the rules for the students. Teachers should have reminders around the room that are posters, like an example on the side of this. And teachers should always encourage students to show work. If teachers suspect plagiarism, they could meet with the student after class to discuss the assignment. Maybe the teacher could tell from talking to the student that they don't know anything about this assignment, so they did copy. Or maybe the student can provide from himself that they did it themselves, all the ideas and where they got them from. Teachers should also have students submit their papers to Turnitin.com before submitting it. It shows the teacher how much of it is from the internet, if they copied it or not. And this is our bid.